So, once again, let us continue to delve the depths. Tamara's so far avoided combat for now, which is good. But I've got a feeling by the time she gets down to the... Well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jinx anything. Let's just go. Let's delve. There it is. There's the miss. Okay, we're revealing a danger. Roll. Check the theme card. So let's go to site. 14. Themes and domains. Check the theme card. Danger. Blocked or broken path. Okay, so it appears that part of the shaft has fallen in on itself. So Tamara can't make any more progress down there. She could try and clear it, I suppose. She could try and clear her way forward. So we're going to face danger. Try and move, to try and unblock the path a little bit. So let's roll with iron, because we are using our strength to try and get through. Strong hit. Nice. Okay, so we're going to get 1 momentum back, and Tamara takes a bit of time and she clears away some of the fallen debris to open up the shaft once more, so that she can continue down to find the Skystone. Great. So let's continue to delve. Let's keep going. Delve the depths. Roll it. Wits. Come on. It's another miss. And we got to reveal a danger again. Oh dear. Come on, Oracle. What am I dealing with now? Another hostile denizen. Okay. So let's roll on the denizen table and see what we've encountered this time. $79. It's another Trog. Or it could even be the same Trog. Maybe that Trog from before that we were able to distract heard Tamara clearing away this debris and came to investigate. So he's here. He's here now. So I think Tamara, let's try and intimidate him. So like Tamara's cleared away all this debris, and then she hears from behind this Trog creeping up on her. She can hear his breath. So she's gonna turn around and she's gonna try and compel him to with iron to try and scare him off. So let's try and intimidate him. Come on. Weak hit. Okay, I'm gonna say this thing probably wants more food, but it can't communicate that because Trogs don't speak. So I don't want to give up my last supply. I think to convince this thing, we're just going to have to face danger again. Again with iron. She's going to try and put on a show of strength, because this thing will be scared off. It's a bit unsure, but if we can roll to intimidate it once more, by facing danger, then we'll be able to scare it off proper. So let's roll and see. It's a miss. Okay, this thing is going to attack us. We are going to get into a fight. So let us put it on the progress. Put it on the progress bar. It's a dangerous foe. Trog is a dangerous foe. Trog. And we shall enter the fray. And we're going to do it with heart, because we are facing off against this thing. We're not being ambushed for a change. We are not being ambushed for a change. So let's roll with heart. It's a miss. Ugh. Okay, so we got to pay the price. Pay the price. We're in battle at a disadvantage. What are we looking at? You're separated from something or someone. Oh dear. I think Tamara's going to drop her axe again. So this thing, like, Tamara's like trying to intimidate it. She's like waving her axe in the air, and this thing just kind of leaps forward, and it snatches the axe out of her hands, like drags it out of her hands, like throws it on the ground, turns around and leaps at her. So now we're going to have to clash. So let's go back to our moves. We're going to clash because they have the initiative. Let's roll for it. Iron. And we get a +1 because of our shield. Weak hit. Okay, so we inflict harm. But we only inflict 1 harm because we do not have our axe in hand. So we don't have a deadly weapon, so we can only inflict 1 harm. So let us go to progress, mark 1 harm, and now we pay the price. So this thing is going to hit us. So we take 2 points to health because it is a dangerous foe, and we shall endure harm. Let's see here. Your harm, a roll, health or iron, doesn't matter, they're both at 3. So let's roll for it. Weak hit, press on. Okay, so Tamara has to get her, her axe back. So I'd say, okay, she's going to face danger with iron, try and beat back this Trog so she can reach her axe. She's gonna like beat him back until she can reach her axe. So we'll roll, face danger, and she will be using her shield. She's using her shield as cover to batter this guy back. So let's roll. It's a weak hit. Okay, so I'll say we'll lose some momentum because it's obviously she's got to put in a lot of effort. She's like bam, 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 pushing this guy back so she can reach her axe. She scoops it up, and now she's ready to clash proper. Let's get back to clash move, because we still don't have initiative back yet. Let's clash again, and again we've got +1 because of the shield. Weak hit, okay, so we deal harm. Here, mark 2 harm, and then we shall pay the price. Let's see if anything other than just harm happens. See here. Oops, oracles. Pay the price. It wastes resources. Oh dear, I think we're going to be out of supplies. Okay, so as she's clashing with this thing, it kind of slashes at her food bag, and everything just spills out and like falls down the shaft, and it's like completely ruined. That's no good. Okay, but that's fine. And they still have the initiative. We're gonna clash again. Let's see. I think Sunderer works on a clash, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'll drop a momentum and try to sunder this guy in the clash. Let's go. Iron. +1. Come on. Strong hit. There it is. Okay, so with that, we go to our progress. Oh, I needn't have done that, did I? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. We have filled up it up, and we will conclude this fight. And it's an opportunity. Oh, thank you. So if we go back to our moves here, since we got a strong hit on the clash, we'll get that momentum back. Well, there. That's. I didn't need to inflict an extra harm, so I will take the momentum back on that. And I think with that opportunity, because normally I would mark unprepared because I'm out of supply, but I'm gonna say with that opportunity, we managed to get some of our food back. Like he didn't lose all of it. I'll say that's the opportunity. We struck down the Trog, and we were able to gather up the food before it all disappeared. Okay, wow. So let's clear this. We've beaten the Trog. And we still haven't gotten to the Skystone yet. We've got to get down there. We've only got four progress marked on this thing, so we've got to keep going. Let's go to Delve the Depths. Got to keep going. Roll it. Strong hit. Nice. So we're going to mark progress, find an opportunity. Go down here, mark progress, and let's find out where we are. Let's roll for feature, 45. Okay, we're in the mineworks now. So there's starting to be some like this is probably a deeper shaft. So the Skystone like punched through several tunnels on its way down, and here is like the some of the more intricate like mechanisms and scaffolding and things like that to pull iron up from below. So let's find an opportunity while we are here with that strong hit. So Oracle, what do we get? You are alerted to a potential threat. Okay, so I think because there's like all this weird mechanisms and things that are in the mineworks, Tamara can see how this would be dangerous to traverse. Like it's almost a bit too sudden as she's. It could have been very easy for her to fall off as she made her way down there. But because she kept her wits about her, she found the opportunity. She is not going to have to worry about falling off. So we will get the +1 momentum there. We will continue to delve the depths. Roll again. Keeping the wits about you. Come on. Oh, a strong hit with an opportunity. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's go to the site once again. Go to the site once again. We are going to mark another progress. We've got to be getting close soon. We have to be getting close soon. So let's find out where we are. 37. Okay, the tunnels are getting a bit more cramped again. Let's reveal an opportunity. Roll again. You've located an interesting or helpful object. Okay. So, you think I don't want to say I found more of the Starforged black iron. That's a bit too on the nose. But with this opportunity, you know what? I'm gonna say that because we were sort of coming from the mineworks and down in here, maybe there's some like abandoned supplies and things down here. Like, if not necessarily like food rations, but like ropes and pouches and small tools and things like a pickaxe or something. I'd say with this opportunity that we were given on the strong hit, that will allow us a bit more supply so that we're a little bit more prepared. So there's some things down here that will be able to help Tamara traverse the mine shaft a little bit easier. So that'll be our opportunity there. Just like some small tools, maybe some climbing equipment. I think that'll do. Okay, let's continue to delve. Let's go. Weak hit. Okay, I'm gonna roll the D100 on the weak hit chart. 90. Take both. Mark progress and find an opportunity. How about that? Okay, so sites, details, mark progress. Where are we? 59. An excavated chamber. Ooh, Okay. Okay. I think maybe this is where the Skystone is. Maybe we found it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll to conclude the progress. And, well, let's find the opportunity first. What does the opportunity say? What does the opportunity say? Okay, this area provides an opportunity to scavenge, forage, or hunt. Okay, so okay, let's resupply while we're down here. Let's resupply, and we'll take a +1 on this for the opportunity, because maybe there are more. Like maybe those few things we found earlier were just like a few of the things. So we'll get a +1. Strong hit. I'm up to full supply. I'm not quite full supply. Oops, not rolling on it. But I've got 4 supply. Okay, but yeah, I'm thinking maybe this is where Skystone is, because it's like an excavated area. Maybe this was like where the final impact was, and it's kind of blown it open a little bit. Let's go to the site. We are at 7 progress, so I'm gonna give it a go. Let's risk it. It's a weak hit. Okay, so on a weak hit for concluding progress through the delve, go down here. So we've located our objective. So on a weak hit, you locate the objective, but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. And I think I know what this is. This is something I wanted to do for a while. So I think I know what I'm in for here. There is something down here that has sort of latched itself to the stone. Like as Tamara is picking through these supplies, she can see this kind of eerie, I want to say it's like a pale green glow of where the Skystone is in like this excavated area. It's blown apart, this area underneath here. It's not like bright green like kryptonite. It's more of like an eerie, pale, sickly green. And it's quite a largish looking stone. But there is this creature down here that has been mutated by this thing. And this is going to be our final fight to get to the stone. So, but this creature is something very specific. Well, actually, it's not very specific. It's actually, well, it's unique to Delve. Let me call up the. Let me just call it up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Call it up here. This is what is called Night Spawn. These are the monstrosities. They're mutated beasts, and no one's really sure where they come from. So there may be multiple ways that they can come about, and the Skystone is definitely something that could do it. So this is a Night Spawn, and they have tables that you can roll on to find out what kind of thing this is. So you'll see they have varied tactics and varied features. The mutated form, the monstrosity oracle, will tell us what this thing looks like. Let me hide that again. So let's go over to our oracles, and we shall see what this monstrosity looks like. In the Delve oracles, naturally. And here we go. So size, I'm going to say we will ignore tiny, and we will ignore anything below small and above large. So this thing can't be huge. It can't be titanic. There's not enough space for it, and it can't be tiny. That's not good. But it could be small, medium, or large. So let's roll for its size. Large. Okay, so this thing is quite big. This thing, we're looking at like 10 or 12 feet tall. This thing is like really big. Its primary form, what was it possibly before? Again, a couple of things in here that I might not go for, but see, it's a hybrid. Ooh, lovely. Let's see what it's hybridized. Octopoid and insect. Interesting. So maybe it was a chitter. Maybe it was originally a chitter, but now it's mutated and it's got these kind of like almost Cthulhu-looking tentacles coming out of its head. Well, we don't know. Let's find out its characteristics. So we roll 4 of these, and we pick the top 3. We pick our 3 favorites here. So let's see. So it's got a tail. It's got an egg sac, an oversized mouth, and corrupted flesh. Okay, so I'm gonna say, out of those 4, we're gonna take the tail, we're gonna take the egg sac, and we're gonna take the corrupted flesh. So we don't know where this thing's mouth is. It's probably like within the mandibles are behind the tentacles kind of thing, but it's not like oversized. It's large in relative to its size. But yeah, it's got like a weird tentacle-like tail. It's got these egg sacs hanging like from underneath it, and it's corrupted flesh. Tamara can see how the iron is sort of overtaking its flesh. The chitin that was once more organic looking is now turning to iron. And same for the abilities. We roll 4 and we take the best 3, so let's roll for it here. It's got a powerful bite, a breath weapon, or a toxic spew, a noxious smell, move between realities. Okay, I think the move between realities is a bit too weird for this, so we'll go with those other 3. So it's got a powerful bite, it's got its toxic spew, this thing probably spits like some kind of acidic ink of some kind, and it smells terrible. Okay, so this is our monstrosity. This is the Nightspawn that has been corrupted by this meteor. So let's, and we're going to have to fight it. There's no 2 ways about it. We're going to have to fight this thing. So let us go to the progress. And Nightspawn are formidable. They're always a formidable foe. Here. It's a Nightspawn, and let's just put some of its defining characteristics in here. Okay, so there we go. Just so we've got a bit of a shorthand for what we know about it. Okay, so Tamara enters this excavated chamber. She sees like some of the supply. She sees some of the things around here, and she starts like picking them up. And then she notices from across the way, she sees the sickly green glow of the Skystone, and standing over it is this exceptionally large-looking chitter that has sprouted these strange tentacles around its mouth and extending behind it like a tail, and the chitin exoskeleton is turning to iron, and there's like a sack of eggs hanging underneath it, and she sees this thing, and as it turns around, its echolocation is more like a and it notices her. Shield up, axe out, we are entering the fray against this gigantic monstrosity. So let us enter the fray. This is it. This is the big fight. Let's roll. We're rolling with heart. Let's go. Strong hit. Nice. Tamara ain't scared of no giant octopus bug. So we get 2 momentum. We've got initiative. And yeah, I think Tamara is just going to charge straight in there. This thing starts righting itself. It's probably in like serious pain. Like the iron blight is really affecting it. So like every movement on this thing is probably seriously painful for it. But it kind of like gets itself into position. But Tamara doesn't want to give it an opening. She raises up her shield, gets her axe up, lets out a war cry, and charges. We are going to drop a momentum so we can sunder, potentially. And we're going to strike. We're going to get in there and strike at this thing. Roll for it. Iron. Give me something. Strong hit. Good start. So, Tamara gets in close. She ducks under this thing as the the tentacles around its mandibles like reach down to try and grab her. She ducks underneath it and she just slashes upwards, and several of the tentacles just get sliced off and go flying, and this kind of acidic ichor spills from them, and this thing just screeches out like probably louder than that, but I don't want to hurt your ears. So let's go over to our progress. We will mark 1, 2, 3 harm. And Tamara will gear herself up for another strike. Let's whirl around and strike against this thing. Come on. Iron. Hit it. It's a miss. Oh dear. I didn't drop a momentum that time, which is probably good. I didn't waste a sunder there, but that's okay. We still got to pay the price. I actually didn't notice. Pay the price is on the moves side as well. So let's. A friend, companion, or ally is put in harm's way, or you are if alone. So yeah, I'm put in harm's way. So this thing is going to hit the 3 because it is formidable, and we're going to have to endure harm. Come on now. Hang in there, Tamara. Weak hit. Okay, press on. Whew. Okay, so now we're going to have to clash now, because this thing now has the initiative. So as Tamara slices these tentacles off its face, it screeches, and it like bites down at her. And it sort of like engulfs her arm a little and bites down on the bicep. And Tamara's kind of like has to push it off with her shield, but it still leaves like nasty bite marks, and it's in her arm, and it's kind of burning a little bit from the acid in this thing's mouth. So let's since we're still in close, let's clash, and we shall do it with iron. And we've got our shield, so we get a +1. It's a weak hit. Okay. So, I did mean to sunder there. I would have sundered if I'd remembered. So I'm gonna, even if I'd missed, I would have put it in there. Totally believe me. Okay, so we will mark 3 harm against this thing with the sunder, but we still have to pay the price. So let us go back. Pay the price. Oracle, what's happening? It causes a delay or puts you at a disadvantage. Okay, so this thing is, it sort of like moves to, like, although Tamara is like fending it off and clashing at it, this thing, it's like looming over her, and it's sort of like pressing her in. She's got no way to get out of there. I think we're going to have to endure stress, because this is like in close quarters. So we're going to have to endure stress. Let's see what happens. Roll. Depart. Come on, Tamara, hang in there. Oh no. She is now shaken. She is now shaken. This thing's pressing in on her, and it's too much. She's getting stressed out. She is shaken. Oh dear. I'm clear unprepared. I'm not unprepared. Thank you. So yeah, that's the complication here. Now this thing is like pressing in on her. Oh dear. Okay, she's got to. Okay, she can't move. That's the thing. She can't move, so she's got to like break out. That's going to be the complication. She's got to break out before she can clash again. So we're going to face danger again with her shield, because she's like trying to bust her way out. Just going to see if we can face danger here. Come on. Weak hit. Okay. We'll drop to 0 momentum, because it's going to take effort to get out of there. But she's now in a position where she can clash once again. Come on. She like forces her way, like keeps bashing at this thing with her shield so she can move her arms properly once again. And she's going to clash. Come on, Tamara. You can do this. It's a weak hit. Okay, that's fine. Progress. Add 2 harm. Oh boy. Okay, we got to pay the price again because they still have initiative. What's happening, Oracle? A new danger or foe is revealed. Oh no, I think the egg sacs are splitting open. The egg sacs are splitting open, and more chitters are coming out. They're still. I'd say if this had been a miss, then they would have like burst out and immediately started attacking. But it says the foe is revealed. It doesn't mean that they're fighting straight away. So she can see these things moving in the egg sacs, and so if she doesn't kill this thing soon, those things are going to burst out, and she's going to be in major trouble. So she has to end this, and soon. So come on, Tamara, clash, do it. You can beat this thing. Come on. There it is! Oh, there it is! There's the strong hit! Yes! So Tamara sees these things moving around, and she knows she cannot afford to let this thing be in the fight much longer. But if she allows these things to hatch, it's not going to be good for her. So she pushes with all her might, and she drives her axe straight into this thing's face. She like batters aside its mandibles and sinks the axe directly into this thing's face. Oh, we're going to get the +1 momentum for the strong hit. And we get another momentum because we were clashing and we were shield bearing, so on the strong hit. So there we go. That's 2 momentum back. And we will deal 2 harm, which is enough. So we will now conclude this fight on a strong hit. Oh, and it is dead. It is so dead. This thing in its death throes, that like the acidic blood just like streams out of its body, and it sort of coalesces inside the egg sacs, and they kind of shrivel up underneath this thing, and it just like breathes its last and topples over dead, twitching on the ground. Oh, wow. Tamara, shaken but not dead, catches her breath, and she sees the sky stone glowing. She goes over to it, and she takes her cloak off. She takes off her cloak. She lays down the basket that's been on her back. She's had the basket on her back. So she lays down the basket lined with runestones. And she takes the lid off. And then she takes off her cloak. She goes over to the sky stone, and it's large. This thing is like as large as her chest. It's about the size of her chest, maybe bigger. She has to use 2 hands to pick it up, but she doesn't want to touch it, so she like wraps her cloak around it, lifts it up. It's really heavy. This thing is solid stone. She like lifts it up, and she puts it into the basket, whips her cloak off of it, and wraps it around herself again, and closes the basket. And the glow sort of like fades down into the basket until it can't be seen anymore. So Tamara is now going to get this thing out of here. But before she does, because she is carrying this thing is heavy, so she is going to be marked as encumbered until she can offload it somewhere. That's going to bring down the max momentum a little bit, but this thing is heavy. She can't just like... She's big and strong, but this thing is still solid rock. So she's got to carry it out of here. So now if we go back to our moves, Mara's got to get out of here. So she is going to escape the depths. And she is going to retrace her steps out of here. So let us do it with wits. And we should roll. It's a miss. Oh dear. I've got to reveal a danger before I can escape. Oh no. Reveal a danger. What's happening? Check the theme card. Theme card 21. Signs of a horrible fate. Okay. So I think with like the corpse of this monstrosity is still twitching, and it's still twitching, and the egg sacs are still moving. Like something affected them when this thing died, but this thing is still twitching. So this horrible fate will be the consumption by this thing's eggs if Tamara stays here. So she's just gotta get out of here. And I think we'll have to face danger. I think this will be endurance. She can't really use her speed because she's got this like massive rock on her back now. But with her endurance, if she can like force herself to move and get out of there, I'd say that'll count for that. So let's face danger with iron. This is going to be Tamara's endurance to get out of here without being overcome. Let's roll. There it is. There's a strong hit. Okay, good. So Tamara like forces herself to march and get out of here before something worse happens, and she retraces her steps up the pathway, this massive rock on her back, before emerging out into the fresh air above. Oh wow. Oh wow. So I think now that means we can mark. Can we mark progress on here? Yeah, because we can actually mark a couple of progress on here, because our first one was learning about what the threat was. The second one was finding out where the meteor was. The third was finding someone to help. The fourth was retrieving the runestones. The fifth would have been finding the meteor. And then the next one was overcome whatever prevents the meteor from being reached. So we can mark 2 progress on this vow. We can mark the 1 because we found the mine, we made it to Stoneford and the Mine of Spring, and we defeated the Nightspawn that was guarding the meteor. So we have marked 6 progress on this thing. Fantastic. So just a little bit more progress. First we got to get it back to Jihan. We got to deliver this thing back to Jihan, and then we've got to go and inform the Etanya that the threat of the plague has been nullified. Let's check to see if we can mark, if we have to mark menace once again, because now we're bringing this thing up out into the air. Maybe something is going to happen. So let's check to advance the threat. I think after this we won't have to check to mark the threat again, because we have recovered the thing. So, but let's try and advance the threat. Let's see. Okay. So maybe. So I'm gonna say, like, while we were down there, like the threat was expanding a little bit more. But after this, we're not going to mark any more threat because we have the stone now, so it's not going to affect anything anymore. So this is as far as the threat will go. Let's clear this one here. There we go. But yeah, so this will be the last 2 menace that we mark on this thing. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe the complications of that arise from this will continue to advance it. But let's see what those are. So we shall do one for the calamity, because we're doing it twice. We're marking for the calamity and the plague. So a disruption on the natural ecosystems, and someone important is infected. Okay, so with that, obviously disrupting the natural ecosystems, maybe this is the plague advancing more into the elves' territory. Maybe those elves we fought accidentally acted as carriers for the plague and have spread into, and they've taken it into their encampment somewhere. And maybe there's someone important to the elves in that encampment. So this is all stuff to keep in mind. We don't have to worry about marking anymore because we now have the meteor contained. But this is still going to have repercussions down the line. So Tamara will head back down into Stoneford to the view, like everyone's gathered to see her return, and she will say, "It is done. The stone is contained. The creature beneath your town is dead. We must now make preparations, for the danger is not completely past. The plague may be contained, but the town is still on the verge of collapse. We must get you out of here." And I think that we can, because we have brought this to the stone to the surface, we can try and compel them with heart. We're going to try and convince these people, okay, you have to leave. We have to get you out of here. Let's go. Strong hit. Nice. Get one momentum, and Tessa, the leader of the community, will step out in front of them and say, "You heard the Iron Warden. Stoneford is not safe to be in any longer. We must leave before the town collapses. Tamara here, she has told us of the settlement of Rockbridge. It is still alive and still abundant. We may find food and shelter there, and she will take us there. Everybody, prepare yourselves. We have a long journey ahead of us." And the townsfolk immediately start rushing about, and they start heading into their homes, and they start preparing to make the journey to Rockbridge. Wow! I think we are going to have to leave it there. I think this was a bit longer than usual. Let me just see here. Yeah, this session turned out a little bit longer than usual. But wow, what a session. What a session indeed. I think before we round it off, let's have Tamara sojourn a little bit. Everyone's going to like try and see to her wounds and things like that, because she's been in a bit of a bad way. So let's roll to see. We can sojourn a bit. It's a weak hit. Okay. So we can do one of these things. Let's clear the condition. So we shall clear the shaken. We shall clear shaken. Let's go over here. Here we go. And we will get one spirit back. And I think Tamara will attempt to heal herself. Like seeing everyone in good spirits, well, relatively good spirits, and things that's going to clear her shaken. But she'll still have to try and patch up her own wounds because everyone's a bit too busy to help out there. So let's just get that done before we finish off. Let's roll with iron for the hell of it. Go. Weak hit. Okay. We'll drop some supply. We got plenty of that, and we'll get 2 health back. Okay. So there we go. That is going to be the end of this session. So a lot of progress made this time. Tamara located the Mine of Spring and the settlement associated with it, the town of Stoneford. The town is on the verge of collapse. Tamara has to get the inhabitants out of there. She has sworn an iron vow to get them to the settlement of Rockbridge. She descended into the mine, she destroyed the night spawn that was mutated by the fallen meteor, and she recovered the meteor itself, the one that has been responsible for spreading the plague. So we've made significant progress there. So I think, hopefully, in the next session, we might be able to bring the first narrative arc of this game to a close. Because if Tamara can get them to Rockbridge, then she returns the meteor to Jihan's hut, so we figure out what to do with that, and report to the Etanya and let them know that they can stop attacking the Ironlanders. That might be the end of the first narrative arc. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun, but you never know. I might still get another session out of it if things go terribly wrong, which they are often known to do in Ironsworn. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you again for the 100 subscribers. I will get a proper thank you video out soon for that. If you want to continue to support the channel, there's the like button, there's the bell icon, there's the subscribe button. You know what to do with those. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.